Quick left, William Drake. Byers back in the game. And in the pattern. And gets the pass at the 30 and fights to the 26-yard line. Carl Banks on the stop. He's well shy of the first down.
Yeah, that's a nice play by the Eagles because you were in second and forever, and you don't try to get it all back in one big gulp. Because, again, it's a three-point game. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a fourth-quarter game. So you get yourself a reasonable chance to get this down. If you don't, you kick the field goal.
3rd and 6 from the 26. Cunningham, 7 of 11, 72 yards, 2 interceptions. He'll throw for it. He looks to Byers. He's got him at the 20, breaks a tackle out at the 18. Banks ran him out after Dorson missed it. First down.
You know, most big backs don't have the kind of soft hands that Keith Byers has. You know, he's 240 pounds, but you shake his hand and you don't think you're going to get it back. First, he's got huge hands, and they're awfully soft. And he makes catching the ball look awfully easy, but the first thing he does is run good routes. He runs away from defenders and gets open.
Byers 4 catches, 36 yards. Tony in motion. Now Byers is the running back. He's going to throw. He's got Tony. Touchdown. yards, and the Eagles have the first touchdown of the game and the lead.
You know, that is a nice drive the Philadelphia Eagles had there. They had a little bit of everything, including the trick play. Keith Byers has caught the ball tonight, and he didn't have a whole lot of time. He feels a little bit like Randall Cunningham under the rush. But Anthony Toney was wide open, and that means that's a good scouting job, a good call by the Eagles staff.
Eagles will hold. Ruzek will kick. And the Eagles with a nice drive led by Cunningham take the lead. 59 yards, 9 plays. Philadelphia bounces on top by 4. We'll be back to the Meadowlands right after this.
I am never wrong. And you know why? Because I make my decisions very carefully, and I decided I wanted a Camry. Then I heard about the Stanza Challenge. Go to a Nissan dealer and test drive a Stanza. If you still buy a Camry, they'll give you $100. So I took a test drive. It turns out the Nissan Stanza has more horsepower, more standard features. It really is a great car at a great price, and I'm never wrong. Except for that part about wanting a Camry.
Take the Nissan Stanza Challenge now.
Cheetah, this is Mama. We have unknown aircraft vector 081.
Roger on traffic. Stand by. Cheetah, this bogey's cooking. Wait, I got it. It's a truck. Markings DHL. 3 o'clock. Bogey's off your way. What's he doing? I think he's trying to pass.
DHL delivers overseas, overnight, to more places in the world than any other express company. DHL. Faster to more of the world.
Once, there were a few proud men, men of adventure, men of courage, men who knew the meaning of honor. There still are, the Marines. We're looking for a few good men.
Friends, a new concept in NFL coverage continues next Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern with the Stadium Show. A fact-filled hour as host Fred Hickman brings you all the scores and highlights of the NFL's first week and more. Then at 8 o'clock, live from Three Rivers Stadium, the Oilers take on the Steelers in an AFC Central battle. Next Sunday night, only on TNT. Ruzek will kick it off, and the deep men are Rodney Hampton and Dave Meggett for the Giants, who led 6-0, now trail 10-6. Roger Ruzek approaches the football. Oh, that's high. Meggett again at the 6. The return is to the left, but not much room. He's down at the 24-yard line. Among those on the stop was Hopkins.
You know, football offensive football is about sequencing of plays, I think, and the Philadelphia Eagles on that drive really sequenced their plays awfully well. They ran the ball up the middle, Cunningham had a couple of scrambles, and then you saw the touchdown here. You're going to see Andrew Toney right here, who's going to make the, you'll see all the flow by these players here, and then Andrew Toney goes in motion, and Myron Guyton, the free safety, number 29, gets completely fooled, but it was set up. It was set up by some runs and plays by Cunningham.
Back live, Sims to Rodney Hampton, breaks a tackle, but is wrapped up at the 30-yard line. And on the stop, Ben Smith, the youngster out of Georgia, the rookie.
Now, this is an important series, I think, for this Giant defense. Because what they have now is back the momentum back. You have Randall Cunningham, who's back in the rhythm. He's feeling better about his game. They have the 4-point lead. You stuff the Giants here, you force the punt, and you give another chance.
By the way, that was Byers' second career touchdown pass. He had one to Quick in '87. Again, Hampton, the single setback behind Sims. Carthon goes in motion. Sims has a man. Carthon at the 40, at the 43-yard line. The hit was made by Izell Jenkins, a 17-yard gain and a first down. Not
to be outdone by Keith Byers' trickery. They come right back to Maurice Carthon. And these kind of plays, this touchdown by the Eagles and this little slip and sneak play here by Maurice Carthon, I think are good plays against an aggressive defense. You have a defense like the Eagles that likes to get upfield, they like to pursue, they go for play-action fakes. But when you do, something like that happens. Maurice Carthon comes wide open in the flat.
Odessa Turner wide left. He's the only wide out. Hampton with the ball, cuts back and drives across the 45, close to the 48-yard line. Clyde Simmons involved in the stop along with Jesse Small for the Eagles.
I think one of the secrets for Rodney Hampton this preseason was he got to camp on time. There's a #1 draft pick, and everybody else is holding out. But he said, hey, I'm going to get to camp on time. He was actually just 2 days late, really. But he got there, was there for all 4 preseason games, and made a major contribution. And the coaches feel like, hey, he's a proven quantity now. We know what we got. We got a very good #1 draft pick.
Carthon in motion again. Hampton stays in the block. The throw is to Howard Cross, and he really got blasted. He was nailed by Wes Hopkins, I think.
Yeah, you're right. No, Wes Hopkins did nail him. And earlier in the game, we saw Wes Hopkins use his head and call a blitz off. There you saw the physical play by Wes Hopkins. And wasn't Buddy Ryan telling Kevin Kiley in that interview that I like smart and physical players? Well, that's what he has in Wes Hopkins.
That may be the answer to Kevin's question of why he got cut. He wasn't smart, he wasn't physical.